All right, guys, so the deck I want to show tonight, let's see here, is based around gaining power permanently. So I want cards that are going to buff, like, all my cards in my hand. Like, every time I draw them or I play them, all my cards are getting buffed. And as the game goes on, I'm just slowly getting bigger and bigger, and it's making it more difficult for my opponents. So the card I want to basically focus on this game, kind of showcase, is the Set of All Sets. So I haven't played much with this card. At least you guys haven't seen any videos of me playing it. But at the start of every turn, this card gains +7 permanently. So it's making itself bigger as the game goes on. And another random card in your hand also gains +7 power. So it's just a constant buffing all my cards. I mean, I guess one card at a time, but it's 7 power. So that's quite strong, and it's buffing itself. So by the end of the game, if I've just held this card in my hand all game, it itself is quite big. So I've seen this thing get up over 200 power as I'm playing it on the last round. The other card we're going to hold basically that card, and I'm going to hold Dragon King in my hand. And at the start of every turn, your cards in hand gain +3 power permanently. So this is hitting all the cards in my hand for 3 power. So those are the two main cards that I'm kind of just holding in my hand, comboing. So let's look at the other cards that are kind of buffing also. We've got Rat King. So when we draw him, your cards in hand gain +13 permanently, and this card loses 13 permanently, so it's, again, buffing our whole hand. Pando. So this card, when returned, loses 85 power permanently, and your cards, wherever they are, gain +5 permanently. So, again, buffing everything else besides itself. It's taking a ding. We have the Multiverse, which is going to buff a random card in your hand +11 permanently. And then it's going to hurt one of your opponent's cards 11 permanently. And then we're just going to get a quick 11 buff for all our cards until played. So it's not permanent on that last part, but it is giving us a little buff, which is nice for only 1 energy cost. This card is really good. We have Charles Dickens, which, if it's after round 3, your cards in hand gain +35 permanently. Let's see what else we have. We have a card I haven't showcased yet, which is the Christmas Cactus. When drawn, your cards in hand gain +7 power permanently. We also have this card here. You guys have seen this card a few times now. I've played. It's like a mini Rat King, I feel like, just not as strong. When drawn, this card loses 8 power permanently, and your other cards in hand gain +6 power permanently. The other cards I've included here at the bottom, we have the Wetsuit Combo, which I haven't really showed much either. So basically, when drawn, your Ice Fish and your Blood Circulation cards, wherever they are, gain +68 until played. So that's very strong to give two cards here that are fairly cheap 68 additional power. So you can see Ice Fish. Also, when drawn, your cards, wherever they are, gain +7 for 2 turns. So it's kind of on that gaining theme, but it's not permanently. It's just for 2 turns. And your opponent's cards in hand lose 7 power for 2 turns. And then we repeat if your deck contains Blood Circulation, which it does. So it's really 14 for 2 turns. So that's why we've included this card. It just seemed like with this card, it kind of fit the theme of the deck. So I figured it was a good time to show this this triage of a combo here. And then we have Blood Circulation. When returned, if you lost the turn, this card gains +15 permanently. Again, on that permanent theme. Also, while we added the Kaltar, when returned, this card gains +60 power and costs +1 permanently. So again, you can see the theme here. We have added Door to Hell. It's not permanent. It's just for that little added kick we like sometimes. So your cards in hand burn 30 until played and gain +50 power this turn. So just gives us a nice boost when we need it. We have Ghost, which is just for the energy gain. Potential to get +2. What else? We've added Night Attack. When drawn, if it's after round 1, your cards, wherever they are, gain +23 this round. So it's not permanent again, but it is for the round, which is decent, especially if you draw it on a turn 1. We also included Iron Maiden. I haven't played this card yet. This is the first deck I've put it in, and mainly I just wanted to test it out more than anything. So figured let you guys see it in action as well too. So it's another card that at the start, an opponent's random card loses 25 this round. One of ours in hand gains +15 for the round. And then when returned, for every round completed this game, you gain 1 energy permanently. And obviously Archangel, self-explanatory. It's just giving a couple of our cards, I guess a random card in our hand +30 permanently. And then we have the MLK, just for the extra energy gain, if we can win the turn. And then it is going to buff everything +20 for that turn. So that's the deck in a nutshell. I was trying to trade for an Ace of Cups, was the card I was thinking about, which just gives your stuff adjacent to it permanent buffs. But I couldn't get anybody to trade it to me in time for this video I wanted to do. So I was actually thinking of either swapping the Night Attack or the Iron Maiden to put that Ace of Cups, if anybody's curious on what I would swap. Even possibly Koltar. I like him just because he's a cheap 1-drop, and he's really benefiting a lot from these buffs from everything. So I like having the cheap cards in. This Night Attack just feels kind of awkward sometimes, I've noticed, as I play this deck, because I'm trying to hold Dragon King, and I'm trying to hold... where'd it go? The set of all sets. Sometimes I don't have the 8 energy right out the gate, so it makes it kind of awkward. If I draw this early, it can kind of screw up my hand, I've noticed, by having 3 cards that are basically I can't play or I don't want to play. So that's the reason I was thinking of cutting it in place of the Ace of Cups. So that's the explanation. If anybody's interested, let's go ahead and play a game or two, and you guys can check this out. Well, actually, before we start, let's see if anybody accepted, because I was trying to trade for it again, so looks like they did not. So I was going to say maybe we make a quick swap, but no luck there. So let's go check her out. Nobody wanted to trade it to me, unfortunately. Sad face. But this is a good time to ask if anybody likes the content. Please subscribe for me. It definitely helps the channel. Shoot me a comment or a like. And here we go. So you can see that Christmas cactus already starting to buff everything. Rat King also getting the buff going. So good start here. So we could try to lose the turn with the blood circulation. That's an option. Maybe we do that. See if we can lose this first turn. It's only 93. Come on, they can do it. They can do it. There we go. Already getting a little buff for free, and we kept it pretty close, which is nice. They're not they didn't pull away too bad for it. All right, there's our door to hell. So we're going to need to play as many cards now as we can. Looks like we don't have a lot of plays, unfortunately. So I'm thinking with this buff, I want to get MLK down, right? I want to get that extra energy. So I want to make sure we win. Let's play the cactus. Try to get as much as we can just to ensure that plus energy gain from MLK. And there it is. So we're up to 8. Need to get Door to Hell back cycling as well, so we want to get it down now. Now we don't want to play Iron Maiden yet because, again, this card is completed rounds. So if you read it, I'm gonna pull it up real quick just one more time. You guys can read it again. So when returned for every round completed this game, gain 1 energy permanently. So we don't want to play it yet because we do not have a completed round yet. So we don't want to miss out on that free energy, right? So I don't have any other cards besides the set of all sets that's really encumbering my hand right now. So that's why we're holding it. Now, had I drawn the Knight Attack and, Dragon King, maybe I'd play the Iron Maiden just to get it out of my hand. But for now, we don't need to. Again, another reason I think I need to cut that Knight Attack card. I think it's a strong card, but I think it's just a little awkward sometimes in this deck specifically. And it didn't happen this game, but one of my previous games I played, I basically had that happen where I drew almost all 4 of those cards, the Iron Maiden, the Knight Attack, the set, and the Dragon King, and I just felt like, oh man, this is terrible right now. I need to cut one of these cards because if this happens again, I am screwed. All right, so let's get that Iron Maiden down now before it burns away too much, and I'm going to get an energy gain out of it. I think I want to get Koltar back in my deck. Let's do this too, see if we can get another +2, which it looks like we might. So that was a good energy gain turn for us. Gained an extra 3. All right, so we're up to 11 now. There's that Knight Attack, so that was good timing there. There's our Dragon King starting to buff everything up. Want to get Charles Dickens back cycling so we can get him later in the, if we have to go to a late round. And maybe just Wetsuit. So now we're just letting these 2 cards here basically just keep triggering, keep making all our other cards bigger as this game goes on. So another +3 to everything. Something else going to get another +7. Ice Fish buffing everything. So you can see this deck's getting big fairly quick. Almost every card in my hand now. So let's get Archangel back. What round is this? Turn 3. So yeah, we probably want to try to win this one, don't we? 308. I think that's probably going to be enough. No reason to play one of these other cards just yet. Didn't need to. All right, there's our Pando, so we want to get it buffing everything now. So we're going to play it for sure. I might just get that Knight Attack out of my hand now, too. Good timing, I think, for it. It's like he's got a Greek deck going, but not really. So I don't really know what his deck is. It doesn't seem very great, though. No offense, Houseman. I apologize if you're watching this. But I don't know what's going on over there. All right, there's that blood circulation. That's why we included it. Look how big this thing is already. All right, he's playing 3 cards, so I think we need to answer back. Get our 3 cards down. Okay, he's got Flying Dutchman, so his deck's not terrible. Starting to put some power down now. Give us a little run for our money here in round 3. But that limited common card blood circulation just doing work. All right, here we go. Buffing up Multiverse. Nice. Another MLK buff. And then here we go. Buffing everything again. So this could be the final round. So we might just go for the win here and play this set. Yeah, I think that's probably best, right? See if we can end it here with 352. I don't think he'll be able to beat that. So So there you have it. This deck hits pretty hard, as you can see. Set of all sets coming in clutch there at the end with that power. All right, we'll do one more. So that one seemed quite a little too easy. Maybe I can showcase that Night Attack getting jammed up in my hand so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Like I said, I only played a handful of games with this deck. It was just kind of an idea I wanted to show with just a buffing deck. Everything's getting buffed permanently. As we get the games go on, everything's just massive at the end. You know, you're dropping 400 power turn or swings per turn like nothing at the end of the game. If you make it to round 5, it's pretty insane. All right, so there's that Night Attack now, kind of a dead card. See if we can win with MLK, at least get that 8 energy we need. There we go. Might just chuck Night Attack back now, actually. Let me see what I draw here. Well, we did get Pando. Maybe we just do that instead. Get that buff down. That's kind of what I mean. You start sitting on this Night Attack because it costs so much and you don't really want to play it yet. You're like, do I do it? Now we got the set in our hand, so it's getting even more awkward to play it now. See if 215 is enough. It is not. And I thought that would be enough too. I really thought, because I was debating playing that Dragon King and just going for the win with the max damage, or max power. But I opted out of it, thinking that was going to be enough. All right, it's going to be a good turn now to get this out of my hand. There's all our triggers going off. So let me get this card gone. Don't want it in my way any longer. So we're about to get Iron Maiden now, clogging our hand up. Getting those buffs online. Like I said, this is a late game deck, so we're not too concerned with a round 1 or round 2 loss. Obviously, it's nice to get a win, but this deck gets stronger the later we go. There's that Iron Maiden. So definitely want to get it down, get that extra energy going. Not about to hold that card any longer than I have to. Good turn for him. MLK, Julius Caesar. All right, we got that energy we wanted. Koltar's going back. All right, looks like he's got round 2, on to round 3. Hopefully we don't get steamrolled here. There we go. We got our Ice Fish trigger. Everything's starting to get bigger now. It's a nice 289 turn. Ooh, he answered back real strong too. Yeah, we might be in trouble here. He's He's putting some good power down early. Almost a 400-point swing on us. Still too early for Charles Dickens to trigger, unfortunately. I feel like we kind of need it here. Just don't want him to run away with this game. Ooh, another big turn. Yeah, I think we're in trouble now. Really didn't expect him to be putting down 400 power turns already. We're doing our best to keep up, though. I think we have to play these buffers now if we want a chance. Oh, awkward. I need one more mana, too. Just no luck for me tonight, huh? Yep, that's going to do it. Looks like he had a real strong deck there. Put down 400 power each turn there. Well, unfortunately, we got skunked on that one, but well, that's the deck in a nutshell, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I will keep bringing content if you guys enjoy it. All right, guys. Thanks. Have a good night.